y'all, welcome or welcome back to Chocolate Covered Pages. I'm Kiona, and in today's video I am taking y'all with me bookstore hopping. Not just regular bookstore hopping, but bookstore hopping in Chiang Mai, Thailand, because I'm here for my birthday vacation. I know y'all like, she was just there last year. I know, and I love Thailand. So this time we are in a different part. Last time we did Bangkok and Phuket, and this time we are doing Chiang Mai, which is more northern. So we're doing Chiang Mai, and then we're also going to, of course, go back to Bangkok. So, you know, it's a little different this time, and I think this time I also want to show y'all more of the areas, as opposed to last time. I think I just did a talking head video. So let me tell y'all, we got 3 bookstores on the list and a bookstore bar. I'm excited about that. They open like around, they don't open until 8 o'clock. So we're gonna do the bookstores, and then we are going to come back, you know, whatever, refresh, and then go to the bar. Let's go. So I have touched down in Bangkok, and I'm gonna be here for the next 5 days, 6 days. 6 days I'm gonna be here. Now let's talk about those bookstores, right? So the first book that I went to was The Booksmith. That one was okay. Like, it was small, and I showed you the English selection was pretty, you know, it was not much there, especially not on like a fiction type of level. Like, I don't even think there was any fiction. Like, it was a lot of nonfiction there, and just things that you know, I wouldn't be picking up. So but they had a lot of specifically you know, Thai fiction, which is great. So great for the locals, not too great for people who cannot speak Thai. So, you know, do what you will with that information. Nevertheless, the person who worked in the store, she was really nice. Like, she answered some questions, and she actually gave me a book recommendation. Now, I am going to tell you the name of it. I don't remember the author, but I'll pop it somewhere. It's called Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. So, you know, check it out. It is nonfiction, so it's not exactly something that I personally might want to pick up, but if that sounds like something that you're into, definitely pick that one up. I have heard great reviews of that book. Now, we went to another one. Let me tell y'all, we were supposed to be going to this bookstore called Gecko Books. Instead of bringing us to Gecko Books, our Grab driver, it's called Grab, which is their version of Uber, right? Our Grab driver brings us to another bookstore that was also on our list, but I didn't want to go to that bookstore just yet. I wanted to go to Gecko Books. He took us to the Last Bookshop, and we get there, and I'm saying, this is the Last Bookshop, and I know I put in Gecko Books, and I was like, where's the bookstore? He was like, oh, it's right here. This is the bookstore. Yeah, this is a bookstore. This is not the bookstore. So, you know what? I was just like, okay, don't make a big deal about it. First of all, when I tell y'all Chiang Mai was hot as hell, like so hot. Like, it was so hot that I was, after a while, I'm just like, you know what? Let's just get inside. Like, wherever we gonna be, let's just get in, because it was so hot. So we go inside of the Lost Bookstore, which is a predominantly used bookstore, and one side is just the English, which is what I showed you. Or did I show? Oh, no, I did not show you, because as I was walking up to the Lost Bookshop, they have signs in there that say you can't record. So, yes, sorry guys, I was not able to record. I could only get a little footage of the front. So one side is strictly just English, and the other side is a little bit of English, but some other languages as well, and some Thai books. Right now, there's one side where the English books are, and there's a white man that's sitting there. He did not speak to me. Again, you know, do what you will with that information. Okay, cool. So I came in, I did my browsing. It just really wasn't my vibe, period. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it just wasn't my vibe. When I walk into bookstores, I like it when people say, you know, hello. You know, hello, a little acknowledgement, a little something before I spend a little coin. But, you know, I just what can I do? So I did some browsing, and it was more of like thank Dean Koontz, James Patterson. It was along the lines of that, and those aren't exactly my vibe. So that, coupled with the fact that this man didn't even acknowledge that I was in the store, I was like, let's just go, right? I had seen enough. and we got into another grab. Then we get to Gecko Books. Gecko Books is closed for lunch, apparently. I was like, what is going on? Like, what is happening right now? Like, why can't I have a successful book day like all the book girlies? Like, I need this to work out. So we get there, and yes, the person, I guess only one person works in that store, but she left for lunch. So we had to stand outside in the heat and wait for her to come back. She came back. I like the store. I like the store. I will show, you know, what I think about it. I will show what it looks like in there. I like that it's nicely separated by genre. I like that there were definitely some black authors in there, talking about Rosewater by Tate Thompson. I did find in there, and some other black authors that were mixed in there. So I was happy about that. You know, I was happy about that. The science fiction fantasy section was pretty solid. The fiction section was pretty decent as well, but I didn't get anything. You know, I just it was very small in there. They did have an upstairs, but the upstairs was saying that there was children's books and some philosophy and blah blah blah, and these were all things that I don't care about. So I was like, I'm not climbing those steps. I've seen all I needed to see on this first floor, and you know, and then I left. But the prices, let's talk about the prices, okay? The prices were running between, you know, 200 to 400 baht. And these books were used. Some of them were used. I will say that. Some of them were used, and some of them were brand new in the plastic, right? So it's not like I was expecting for the, and I'm talking about paperbacks, right? I was expecting the paperbacks to be a bit cheaper. So maybe the price is pretty high because it's not as easy to get American books over here. So that was that. Also, we went to the mall. By that point, I was a little bit over it. I was feeling like the day was a bust. But it was not a bust. We ended up going to the mall, and there was another bookstore in there called Asia Books. And this bookstore definitely had it going on because they had a very nice selection of translated Asian fiction, like just in one kind of section there. I will insert some footage. And they also had some black fiction in there, and I was really enjoying seeing, like, I love seeing different covers of American books. I love seeing the different color covers and trying to decide, like, oh, do I like this one better or do I like this one? You know, those are the type of books that I'm kind of looking for, which are just like some very you know, different covers and nicer covers. I don't want no different cover just to say, like, oh, I got a different cover. So I was very happy with Asia Books. I enjoyed myself there. I did not buy anything there either. Listen, I've been spending a lot of money. I've been spending a lot of money, and I just knew that the selection of bookstores in Bangkok is probably going to be a lot better. So I didn't want to just buy stuff in Chiang Mai just to say that, oh, I bought a book. You know what I mean? Because I've been buying a whole lot of other stuff in Chiang Mai, like everything. And I can't wait to show y'all my haul because it's already pretty hefty. And I just got to Bangkok, and I already know I'm going to find a bunch of other stuff that I'm gonna want. Even though I didn't end up getting anything out of Asia Books, and the other bookstores weren't really giving what I needed them to give, I still was somehow able to salvage the night by going to this bar. It's called The Library, and it is literally a bar. And this bar is filled with all these books. The books are fake. I checked. but but actually at one part when you're first walking in, the books that's on the side, those are actually real, but yeah, they're like super old or whatever. So when you first walk in, you see like a cozy little nook. First of all, they have a bar outside of the bar, which is just, you know, books behind the bar, and that's where security is. I didn't really see anybody getting any drinks from over there, so I actually went inside the bar. And when you come inside, you see this nice little reading nook with a cozy chair, nice books behind you, like just giving all the ambiance. Okay, all you missing is your book and your drink while you're sitting there. And then you go inside, and behind the bar is just books, floor to the ceiling books. And then they have a library themed cocktail menu, which was so cute. I'm gonna definitely show y'all because I took a picture. I ended up getting a drink called the Library, and I also got a drink called the Nerd. So the Library is that red drink, and it's like in like a little lantern. It was cute. It was smoking a little bit at the bottom. It was smoking a little bit at the bottom. And then the Nerd, first of all, the Library, that drink tasted good. Like it had bourbon in it, but it had like some sweet cream on top. Like it was cool, right? Then I had a drink called the Nerd. The Nerd was weird, okay? The taste of it was a little too sweet for me, and I just wasn't feeling it. But it's such a cute drink. Like it looks so much better than the Library drink. Like you see, like it comes in like this popcorn holder with it had actual caramel popcorn on top of the drink. Now I was eating the popcorn, but I had a couple sips of the drink, and it just, yeah, it wasn't for me. But it's really cute for Instagram. It's really cute for footage. But yeah, I was not a fan of that drink. And then they had a DJ, and then they had a live band. The live band was playing some American covers. There was Watermelon Sugar High being covered. And one of the guys in the band who was singing the lead for that, like he could really sing. And he had some swag about him. Like I was really enjoying the band that was there. And you could tell like this is a real young local Thai spot. Me and my husband, we were the only Americans in that bar. And I'm not mad at it. I like the little local spots, and they were turning up in there. When I tell you the drinks was flowing, I showed y'all, you'll see in the video, there's a wheel, and the whole wheel has just shots in the wheel. And then they had this other thing where you could get, and it's just shots. But I was not on that type of time last night. I had already been drinking before I even got to that bar. So I was just like, do I really wanna? Yeah, no. Maybe another time. But anyway, I just definitely wanted to tell y'all about that. I had a great time, and that bar was so much fun. It was definitely a book lover's dream. Hey y'all, so I wanted to pop on here because I had another bookish day today in Bangkok, because I could not let what the bookstore situation that happened in Chiang Mai, it was such a bust. Like I just could not let that be the end. Like I specifically came to Thailand to buy stuff, and specifically some books, and I was looking for some books that had like some covers that I can't easily get on my side of town. So that is specifically what I was just browsing for. I did see some books in the bookstores that I could get, books that I was interested in, but I didn't have like a strong I need to get this. I decided earlier today that I wanted to go to some more bookstores. Well, not entirely. my husband and I, we went to, where did we go? How did we end up at Central World? Oh, we went to a special cinema, and I will show you guys what that special cinema looks like in another vlog. Not this vlog, in another vlog. But basically, that special cinema is inside of a mall that has 2 bookstores, Asia Books and Kinokuniya. Now, I did go to Kinokuniya last year when I was in Thailand, and that is where I bought all of my books. I think I came home with maybe like 5 books. So not too many, not too crazy, but you know, I was hoping to get to it. I was hoping to get books from other places as well, because I do have a Kinokuniya in Manhattan, which is not too far away from an area that I'm typically in. So I can kind of get there at any point in time. But I was, you know, wanted to check out this location, which is a different location than the one that I went to last year. So I wanted to see, like, did they have any special covers? You know, what they talking about over there? So I went into Asia Books, and I'm going to show you. I went into Asia Books. Remember, I went into Asia Books in Chiang Mai as well. So I went in there, and it's very similar to the one in Chiang Mai, to be honest. You know, some international bestsellers. I did ask the one of the staff members that spoke English. I did ask her if they had any Toni Morrison, and she said that they were sold out. So that was that. I left, right? Then we finally found the Kinokuniya, and I went in there, and you know, it's just vibes. To me, it feels like, that store just feels like a, first of all, Kinokuniya is a Japanese bookstore. Okay? So when you go in there, it is very Japanese focus. You know, they have the Japanese fiction section, which is, you know, the translated fiction by Japanese authors, which I absolutely love. They also have another section for Korean fiction, and you know, it's just, it's very cool. It's very cool. And then they have other areas, obviously, where it's just Thai books, you know, books written in Thai. So I did buy some books in this one, and I want to show y'all. But like I was saying, Kinokuniya reminds me of a very Japanese Barnes and Nobles, because it's huge. It's very big in there, and they have like all these mangas and just like so many things that, especially like if you're into, you know, Asian translated fiction, you would be very much interested in. The prices, you know, the prices are okay. I will say the prices were okay. Not amazing, but, you know, okay. What I did also notice from going to, you know, from store to store, is that they have a lot of books that are in paperback. Like international titles that are in paperback that are just in hardcover in the US. So I thought that was interesting. And then a lot of their paperbacks are like a very specific size, you know. So I'm, you know, curious to see how they stack up to the paperbacks that I have at home. So let me show you what I got. Okay, so, and I love that all of the books are wrapped in plastic, because the books that I brought to Thailand have been getting beat up. They have been getting beat up, and I'm worried. I was worried about bringing my new books home, because I don't want them getting beat up. But, you know, I'm happy they in this shiny plastic, you know. Okay, so I got The Battle Drum by Sarah L. Arifi, and this is book 2 in the series. What is the series called? I know book 1 is The Final Strife. No, okay. Oh, the series is called the Ending Fire Trilogy. Okay, the Ending Fire Trilogy. And I have book 1 of this, The Final Strife, that has a cover that's like this. But I have not, gotten my hands on this particular cover for book 2, because they were all re-released, by the way. So, and then I also got The Hacienda by Isabel Canas. I've never seen it in this cover. I've never seen it in this cover. I always have seen it in the cover where the girl is in the red dress, okay? And this cover is way pretty. If you've read this book, please drop down in the comments and let me know how you feel about it, because I really took a leap of faith, y'all. I took a leap of faith. This book has been compared to Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, which, you know, that's one of my favorite classic fiction books. So, you know, I am very much looking forward to that one. I also got He Who Drowned the World by Shelley Parker Chan, and this is book 2 in She Who Became the Sun. I do have She Who Became the Sun at home, and it's probably in a hardcover because, you know, that's how the universe works. So I'm gonna have a hardcover of the first book and then a paperback of the second one. What can you do, right? And then I came across this fantasy series that I've always wanted to start, and I'm sorry, I could not leave these covers. For once, these covers are way better than the American version, because I was looking through those books in there, and even the ones that had you know, different covers, I was like, oh, I don't like this cover. Like, I just don't like this one. I don't want to buy it just to say that I'm getting a different cover, because I'm a cover girl, right? So I didn't want to get that just to say I'm getting something different. But these are way better than the American version. Let me show you. So, The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. This series is called The Dandelion Dynasty. This has been getting such great reviews. One of my favorite fantasy booktubers, Patrick Leo, he highly recommends this book, this series, and so does Booked and Busy. So once I got heard the rec from them two, I knew that I needed to definitely pick up this series. And I mean, look at this cover. Like, how could I leave it? It's so much better than the American version. Okay, so this is book 1, The Grace of Kings. And then number 2, oh my God, look how big it is. The Wall of Storms. Right? And then it's like the series just gets bigger and bigger, apparently. The Veiled Throne. And I just love the color scheme. And then, let me just move that. And then I also have Speaking Bones, which is book 4 in the series. So I got some stuff, okay? Now what I did do, because I knew I was bringing stuff back, I brought an extra bag inside of my bag. Like an empty one that flattens. So when we fly back, I know I got another bag to put stuff in, and that bag is getting checked because Emirates, love Emirates, Emirates gives 2 free check bags per person. So I'm happy about this. Very happy about this. It's not gonna cost me more, and we're good, right? So that is where all of my books and stuff will be going. And yeah, so that is my haul for I guess all of Thailand, because I didn't buy any books in Chiang Mai. There was not much to buy. So but Bangkok always comes through. It always does. Let me just tell y'all how much was spent. I got the receipt right here. 3,672 baht for 7 books. Now, 3,672 baht, that is about $100 US. So just to kind of give you a comparison, granted, they are all paperbacks, but they in plastic. They in plastic, and for some reason that makes me happy. because they care about the books. They are protected. So I'm really just hoping that everything, you know, just goes smoothly. I get them home. I'm gonna make some space for them. I really don't have no space, but I'm going to make some space for this series. So when you see it on my shelves, you just know there's some other books that are missing out of that shelf, because I've just put them somewhere to put these new babies in. So anyway, that is going to be the end of this vlog. I hope that you have enjoyed my book shopping excursions in Thailand, and I hope that you'll visit Thailand when you get a chance. You know, if you decide you want to come, you know, hit me up, and you know, I could always give you some recommendations. If you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.